If you get the inside right, the outside falls into place. I know it seems too simple, but it's actually the truth. It took me a long time to figure this out, and I wish I had known this when I was 19 years old. Somebody should have taught me this in high school. It I would have made very different decisions. And I'm here to tell you this to save you some time. Instead of trying to fix the outside alone, exclusively, realize that if you fix the inside, the outside falls into place. So this came to me when I was speaking to people recently, lots of comments and emails and stuff. And one person is struggling with weight loss um that is associated with habits, because there's lots of stuff that affects weight. Another person is struggling with addictions, and a lot of people are writing me about struggles in their relationships, both their intimate partner and say their parents, their siblings. Some people are struggling with jobs. If you look at the series I did about 3 weeks ago on my channel called Pray With Me, I was struggling with everything. I was struggling with my vision. I was struggling with my employment. I was struggling with a business I was building. I was just struggling with peace of mind. And then I was struggling with some building resentment. All of these are things that we struggle with, and there's nothing wrong with it. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that we should not have problems, we should not interact with our problems, or that life should be perfectly sweet and perfectly smooth. No, we are human beings, and we're here to have a human, emotional, personal, interpersonal experience and to learn from that experience. But the more you focus on outside, the more outside becomes a mess, because what you are primarily exists inside of your being, behind your eyes. When you close your eyes and you shut off the world and you're not aware of anyone and anything, what is remaining is what you are. That is the source of you. It exists before you even grab energy and allow it to turn into a thought. It exists before you let that thought turn into an emotion. It exists before you use those thoughts and emotions to make a decision to inform your actions. The inside exists first, and the inside influences everything else. It influences what you do, how you do. It influences what you build and what you create. It influences what you destroy. So, what am I talking about? Okay. There are layers to our existence, right? There is ultimate consciousness, the oversoul, God. Just there's just like that, and then we come into this realm as a spirit, and that spirit, believe it or not, is what creates our body. So we're often told that the spirit is in the body, or when the body dies, you discover spirit, but it's not that. The body is created inside of the spirit, and the mind is created inside of the spirit also. And they're housed there, and they like the puppet strings, the gear levers exist there in the spirit. And all of these things that we make, the body, the emotions, the mind, the brain, all of these things exist as tools for you, spirit being has come here, has landed in the airport, rented a car, and checked out that the dashboard is there and everything. It's got, okay, turn signal, steering wheel, wiper blades, air condition, whatever. Everything that this vehicle needs for me to navigate this realm that I came to is here. And I, spirit, am driving the car. The car known as the body, the mind, the emotions, the thoughts. All of that is the vehicle that I am driving. But at some point, um, we started to think that the things that were going wrong in the world, I don't even want to say going wrong, but let's not get into that right now. The things that are happening in the world are our primary focus. So imagine, let's continue with the metaphor. You're sitting in the car, you're driving, life is going great, and you're looking at the road and like, okay, road, and you do what you came here to do, which is, turn, go straight, speed up, slow down. You're driving the experience of your life, and you're looking at the road and you know where you're going, and you're seeing the other people and they're doing their thing and you're doing their thing, and you're following your original instructions, which is to drive this vehicle amongst all these people in their vehicles. And then at some point, rain starts to fall, and you're looking at the rain, and you're staring at the rain, and it's just like rain, rain, rain. Oh my God, oh my God. And you're terrified of the rain, and you start responding to the rain. And first, you're thinking, oh my God, I'm getting wet. You're not getting wet. You are the spirit inside of that car. The car is getting wet. Your body, your mind, your social life, your finances, those things are being impacted by life. But you are spirit. The physical things can't even touch spirit. It can only touch the car. So the rain is falling on the car, and that's okay. It's a situation. You gotta exercise caution here. Roads may be slippery and visibility compromised. And you, as spirit, decide, what do I do? Do I turn on the wiper blades? You have to decide that. But sometimes when we for, when we get lost in the raining, when the rain is the only reality we have, all of a sudden we think we're getting wet, and we think we're going to get flooded out, and we think that we're exposed, and we think that the rain is bombarding us. And the root of that is that we have forgotten who we are and the driver's seat that we occupy. And then the other thing too is, let's say that you do make it far enough where you start to respond to life a little bit, and you turn on your wiper blades. In this situation, your wiper blades are the tools that you have to deal with life. When you came to this world, you were given a mind, an intellect, a brain, memory, so that you would remember, oh yeah, if you touch fire, fire is hot, like memory of what not to do. And you were given imagination to imagine, well, what can I do next? What solution could I come up with? And all of these are your toolkits, that we'll just metaphorically call turning on the wiper blades. So rain starts to come, something is happening, and you turn on your wiper blades, you turn on the thinking process. And the thinking process now starts to tell you, hey, based on past experience, I would say that you should do this. And based on that past experience, I would say that you should be afraid of the future, and that you should worry about this. And the wiper blades are going back and forth. And your job is to keep an eye on the road of life, and to continue to drive this vehicle from here. But you can't do that anymore because you have started to listen to your mind. Every single thought, which is either a memory of the past or a projection of the future based on the memory of the past, which is to say some sort of fear that the past will repeat itself. Every one of those thoughts is just, and you're just following this. You're not letting you're not remembering that I am spirit, looking at the road, holding the steering wheel, driving this system on the road of life. Now we've completely forgotten that you're spirit, you're completely forgotten you're sitting in the driver's seat, and you're just looking back and forth at every thought that the mind brings to you, every memory, every fear. And of course, we know that thoughts create emotions. So now you're oh, memory of the past, pain, fear of the future, anxiety, pain, anxiety, pain, anxiety, pain, anxiety, pain, anxiety. And you have completely forgotten the car and the road. Let's not forget the road. Um, so this is just a graphic metaphor, a playful metaphor, because I like visual metaphors. I think I grasp concepts better when I do that. Um, but that is essentially what has happened. You have placed your eyes, your awareness out there, and you are aware exclusively of the things that are coming at you. Let's call it rain. And you are aware exclusively of the 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 tool that is supposed to help you, the mind. It's supposed to be a tool. You are supposed to sit in the seat of spirit, and you're supposed to say, mind, I have a situation. Could you help me to analyze this, please? You have intellect, you have brain, you have thoughts, you have memory, and you also have, you are available to receive creativity. Please process, like talking to ChatGPT or something. Please process and give me your best options. And or please pull up a map and tell me where to go, or um, please figure out what's the nearest place where I can stop for lunch. The mind is supposed to work for you, but instead, somehow, you have become so enraptured with everything that the mind is doing that you don't even know that there's anything else but the mind. And then also, somehow, you get lost in the mind and you become the mind. It's like staring at your shadow for so long, you think that you're your shadow. It's a very simple case of forgetting. And that's why I started this video by saying, if you get the outside right, the inside fixes itself. If you've been following this channel recently, I did a really good series on the pain body, as described by Eckhart Tolle. It's a basic spiritual principle, but I use his words and his vocabulary to describe it. And the pain bodies are the emotional and energetic wounds that we carry that secretly drive our lives and influence all of our relationships, decisions, moods, and stuff, because we allow them to. And I keep saying that the solution to this is to not engage with the pain body but to observe it. And a lot of people are like, oh, do you mean dissociating? Isn't that unhealthy? Isn't that irresponsible? I'm not talking about dissociating. I am talking about realizing that you are not, I'm talking about shifting away from identification with the mind. The pain that you carry, and I mean emotional pain, is a pain that exists energetically and is felt and suffered in the mind and is blocked in the energy and the physical and stays lodged in you so that tomorrow morning it wakes up again and it is suffered again in the mind. And as long as you're trapped in that little sort of like, my mind, my energy body, my emotions, my, oh, the pain, and then you're blocking it because there's so much resistance. I don't want the pain. I hate the pain. I hate the pain. Then the pain condenses itself and becomes a physical pain. So it goes from an emotional energetic scar to a physical problem. Um, so the solution is not about pretending it doesn't exist. And the solution isn't about dissociating and being like, the pain is over there and I'm over here. No, it's about shifting your consciousness back to realizing that the pain is something that is occurring to the car. It may even be a dent in your car, and you do have to address it. You do have to watch it and say, okay, let's deal with this and address this until it is no longer an issue. But you cannot do that if you are that. If you believe that a dent in your car is a dent in you, okay. If you believe that I'm not gonna edit that. Yeah, if you believe that the dent in the car is a dent in you, if you believe that what is malfunctioning in the car is a malfunction in you, then the problem is still the same. You have misidentified who you are. So I will explore this in more detail. I also I recently wrote a book because, okay, so I explore these things in the YouTube channel a lot, but it's all fragmented. You guys will see any random video in any random order, and it's maybe not making total sense. So I put it all together in a really, really clear, concise format in a book. The book is going to be released on April 24th. You can go to the description of this video, and when the book is available, the link will be there so that you can get the book in all the different formats. But until then, what you can do is sign up for the newsletter, and then I will send you a reminder and send you the link when the book is available. So the book is called The Art of Being. And it is because if I had to summarize the whole thing, you have become a doer, a thinker, and a feeler, but you have forgotten that you are a being. And you need to be the spirit that you are. Um, So essentially, you have to stop putting all of your awareness on all of the things in front of you, on the car, the dashboard, the tools, and you have to bring your awareness back to being as spirit, the spirit being that you are. And this is super simple when I say it in a sentence. Oh, you should be spirit. But the journey back to that is a little bit complicated because you have become so identified with the other things that you're seeing in front of you that it's a really vague concept that I'm explaining to you. So the book explains it really well and really simply and in really beautiful metaphors that the metaphors, the language that I use in the book is not primarily heard in the brain. It is heard in the heart. And the heart is how you journey back. Um the heart is where you want to be. The heart is where you feel that spirit being that you are. So I try to give you words that are felt in that space so that you can go back to that space. And I will continue to do this on the channel. And I'm running it as a course. You can see details in the description. If you sign up for the membership, there's just I do it as a course, but it's all available on the YouTube channel also. It is just 100 different ways of me saying you are not that, you are spirit. Be spirit, or at least just allow spirit. Say, listen, I don't know how to be spirit right now. This is too confusing for me. But I acknowledge that I am not the one who can run this show the best. There is a spirit who can do it better than me, and I surrender to that spirit. That's the whole process. That's the whole process. um I will be releasing meditation tracks soon. Again, sign up for the newsletter in the description if you want to find out about that. They will be just tracks you can download, available for free, no ads or nothing. And they will show you the very, very simple process of experiencing being. Being. That's it. If you stop listening to your mind, if you take a few minutes where you're not fully aware of your body, and you're not fully aware of your mind, and you're not fully lost in emotions, then what is left is spirit, the very thing that you're looking for, the divinity in yourself, the one who knows, the one who is able, the one who feels love, the one who needs nothing, the one who's afraid of nothing, the one who's not separate from anything, the one who's not lonely. That being is not somebody you have to grow into and evolve into and turn into as a human being. That is how you came. That is who you are on the inside. So, anyhow, I am really hoping that this video makes sense and that I haven't just spiraled out of control here. Please leave some comments. Let me know what you're thinking and what you're understanding. And again, if you want to know it all in a beautiful way, the book, if you want to go deeper and sort of step one, step two, step three, the course, check it out in the description. Otherwise, I promise you these videos are coming. I'm trying to do these every Tuesday and every Thursday of on the YouTube channel, so you can look forward to those. And I do take your comments very seriously. Please let me know how this is sitting with you, how where your clarity is at, and I will help you in every way that I can. So thank you for joining me and have a wonderful day, everyone.